sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can. Lend your hand, for the times they are changing.
You know, people always ask me the same thing. They say, Gabriel, how did you live to be 100 years old and still you always look so young, so healthy, so sexy? You play tennis, you beat my grandmother at snooker, you lose all your money at poker, you run away to a different country from the mobsters, they find you, you come back, you pay your debts. How do you do this? And I always give them the same answer. If you want to understand aging, there's a good course on YouTube called System Medicine. Go watch it, leave me alone. But today I'm willing to give you some more insight on the mystery we call aging. So what is the mystery of aging? Well, we know that our bodies have amazing healing capabilities, and we know that we generate new cells all the time. In fact, the outer layer of our skin gets completely replaced every few weeks or so. So why is it that after we reach a certain age, we start seeing a decline in both structure and function of organ tissue? If we constantly generate new cells, why does the body as a whole eventually grow old? To understand that, we need to look at the cellular level. Follow me to the lab, I'll show it to you with, we're gonna do some visual effects. I'll show it to you, come. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the general organ tissue and we're gonna try to find a damage mechanism that doesn't really show at first, but accumulates over time and really starts to show at the older parts of our lives. Are we recording this? Excellent. Hello! Welcome to part 3 of the course. If we look in organ tissue, we will find that stem cells generate the differentiated cells that can divide many times as they constantly die off and get replaced. But the stem cells, however, they stay with us for a much longer time and they can proliferate indefinitely. And that's good, but here's the problem. Pretty much every time you have cell division, there is at least one new mutation somewhere in the genome. Most of these mutations don't do anything because of the sophisticated way that transcription is designed. Some of this mutation will cause the cell to die off, and that's also good because cells are easy to replace. The problem starts when we have a stem cell that goes through cell division and creates a mutation that does not affect the stem cell itself, but does affect the differentiated cells in the organ tissue. So now we have a mutant stem cell that goes completely unnoticed by repair mechanisms, but it constantly generates new defective cells. And because of the way that this works, we're gonna create those mutant stem cells and accumulate them pretty much linearly with age. But what happens to those defective cells? Well, one response of cells to damage is to create programmed cell death. The cells just cleanly and efficiently remove themselves from the organ tissue. Another response, however, is to become senescent cells. And what do senescent cells do? Nothing. The whole point of having senescent cells is kind of keeping those cells dormant, pretty much as placeholders. So removing bad cells will not cause some kind of gap in the tissue. Alright, so we grow old and we accumulate senescent cells. Who cares about that? Well, there is now a growing body of evidence that supports the theory that an accumulation of senescent cells is closely linked to the negative side effects of aging. Alright, so before we move into the positive part of the story, I think we should all take a nice deep sigh of relief. That was a good one. Alright, so here's the good news. A recent study from 2016 showed that the removal of senescent cells in mice could actually prolong their healthy lifespan by as much as 25%. These mice also benefited from many positive effects. They had better fur, better cataract, overall a better physical state, and they were much more active than the control group. So there you have it. All you have to do to delay the symptoms of aging is remove your senescent cells. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I saw some wrinklage starting to accumulate beneath my eyes, so I'm gonna spend some time in the CNC removal box. But until then, see you next time in Systems Medicine! Alright, ciao!
As I learned systems medicine, I studied about 3 rules, underline, explain, and more than meets the eye. Oh Lord, show me the rules. Mutants appear in cell division. Most are harmless, but some hypersecretin. And mutant stem cells make bad daughters, piling up senescent cells. As I learned systems medicine, I studied about 3 rules, underline, explain, and more than meets the eye. Oh Lord, show me the rules. Biology always saturates, like damage removal or production rates. That's why you'll get more stable states. That's why you'll die in the end. As I learned systems medicine, I studied about 3 rules, underline, explain,